It is a commentary of my journey on the road to 10K months profit as a young 18 years old entrepreneur. And I'm currently at this point, so that's basically in June I made this amount, and this one is going to be crazy. I'll update you at the end of the month. Today is basically 29th, so pretty near. But anyway, in this videos I'm answering to your questions, I'm showing you business stats, so basically social media numbers in this tracker. After that, to-do list and strategies. So pretty simple, but that's how we are working. So questions. We don't have any questions, but you can ask me anything because first, I'm increasing my engagement, so that's the reason why I'm doing this. And second, you can get free support from me, and you can see that I already have achieved something, so I know something as well, so you can ask, of course, me something. Second, let's focus on this one. That's basically social media numbers. I'm back into content game like in August, basically in a few days. So that's gonna be really hot because yeah, I was slacking, not even slacking, because I was focusing on different processes in my business during July. But now I bought new setup, basically amazing setup. So now there's no reasons why I can't do that. So, that's ridiculous, but it's all about content. It's all about content game. So let's focus on that side of my business. Honestly, a lot of things going on, and this month just changed a lot of things, and not just on the paper, but also in the real bank transactions, kinda. So I'm pretty happy with where I am. Of course, there's a lot of stress. Sometimes you have really huge emotional connection to your clients, but that's fine. But of course, I'm trying just to make it work even better, optimize. So basically, to-do list, as I said, I'm basically working on my clients. Today, I also want to optimize some processes. So first, I'm of course giving more motivation, discipline to my team so they can work harder. Of course, I'm not that type of person that telling them to work harder but without any reward. I'm of course give them different bonuses. At the same time, I'm explaining to them that if you work harder, you will get more. And I mean, that's not the whole philosophy, but at the same time, if they can increase their performance, that's gonna be awesome for every single person who works on that part of of business. And of course, I'd like to optimize some processes, like through different like Zapier, etc. Make also different setups just to make my life easier. I just want to sit down right now and think about like all different processes, for example. And you might ask, but what I need to optimize in my business? Super simple. Just sit down and think about how your usual day looks like, and how much time is spending on in every single process, and after that look at different perspective. Okay, so can I optimize it? Can I get rid of that? Can I delegate that? And in that way you can of course just make it work better, because again, sometimes you think that you don't want to delegate because the quality going to be worse. But that's not true, because if you are going to do a lot of different processes, then quality also going to be down, because you can't manage all these processes, and you just need someone who can help you with that stuff. So that's absolutely important. So make sure that you understand how does it works, and again, we can even make a strategy about that. I wanted to do different topic, but actually pretty good connection. So we can just talk about that. But basically about delegation, especially like small business owners. I'm not thinking that I'm a huge business owner, so I can basically be in this group of people. But yeah, at some point, delegation, a lot of people afraid to do that, because, for example, right now it's you. So it's your business. So you are owner, and you've got you owner. So basically, you basically manage every single processes. So you deliver these. So that's basically, let's put it at a different pace. So, for example, you're responsible for delivery for the clients. You're responsible for acquisition. So a lot of things going on. You're responsible for also creating content. So also responsible for communication and all the things like direct work, let's put it as well, like something like, small processes that really don't make any progress, but you just need to do that because you need to do that, if this makes sense. So all these processes you just do yourself, and as a business owner you have got 27 hours a day. 27, what I said, like 24 hours, and at the same time, if you want to build business, it shouldn't be like only you, because it's not business. Like, again, why a lot of business owners selling their business for millions? Because business, it's not only them. It means that, for example, if you go on vacation for the month, for the year, then business is going to work. Of course, not for the year, but if that's already huge business. But even like for the week, like for the month, and business stay working, like still working without you. So that means that this business already have higher value rather than this type of business, because now it values at zero points, like $0, because, for example, if you sell someone this business, it means that without you it's not going to work. So if this makes sense. So basically, how in my business I'm trying to delegate process. So that's basically me. I also have got 24 hours a day. So of course, like, I'm owner, for example. I am, of course. So yeah, and first of all, the most important thing what you can delegate is basically delivery. And what I mean by delivery. So that's basically, for example, if you're running cross-operating entity or this type of marketing entities, what I'm doing myself, that means I can delegate like editing, all those things. I can delegate basically appointment setting. So basically I can even delegate at some part communication with my clients, or just, all these small things that eat my time. So that's actually the main part I want to focus, because again, delivery is the most important part in my business, because if I can deliver amazing results for my clients, then it's going to be kind of fine for every single person. So I just want to make sure that basically our delivery just, top, if this makes sense. So that's how does it looks. Second, like as I said, acquisition. Acquisition is something that I can also delegate, but not fully, because at the same time I want to be responsible for this process. So I need kind of my face. But I can delegate, for example, outreach. I already have done it so many times. I can delegate outreach, basically, that someone just reaching out to prospects, I just show them how to do that, and etc. So that's one of the things. Of course, you can delegate even more, but at my stage, and I wouldn't just be super irresponsible to delegate everything, because again, it's super important part. After that, personal brand. That's actually something that's very hard to delegate, but what you can do is to actually have, for example, a creative director, or someone who can edit your videos, who can keep it in a pretty simple, manageable way for you, so you shouldn't worry about putting all these files together, all this, boring stuff. But you can even have someone who can help you write scripts. But that's actually already like at the level of Iman Ghazi, for example, Alex Rosie. But of course, if you're doing less than 1 mil a month, not a month, even a year, then I would say 100% focus on that process yourself. So I'm creating videos, I'm writing scripts, I'm generating ideas, I'm recording it. Of course, I'm not editing sometimes, of course, but I mean, that's how we can delegate it again. So that's basically how we delegate all these processes. And in terms of communication, direct work, like, all these small things, you need to have your personal assistant. It's something super important. And I'm thinking about that, and very soon. I'm not at this stage that I can really hire a personal assistant, because I don't have really kind of predictable revenue right now, so I don't want really to put also a huge part of my income into personal assistant, and I don't want to make a lot of expectations, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking to hire personal assistant. I already have got a person, but again, I need to pay more. I need also to give some clear roadmap that he can make more money. So I'm going to hire this person when I hit 10K. And honestly, when you have more money, when you make more money, you also have more expenses. But these expenses actually help you save your time and focus on the most important processes. So that's actually how I see this process. Because, for example, right now I'm working around 12 hours a day, sometimes it's even more. So that's a lot. And honestly, like I need to make it in that way so I can work max 3 hours a day. That's actually ideally. That's ideally if you can work 3 hours a day. And basically it is possible. And the main thing is that even when you work 3 hours or 12 hours, it's going to be the same result or even better. Because again, right now in this 12 hours, it's included super tired work. Not tired, but I mean type of processes that I could easily delegate, and it doesn't help me to grow, doesn't help really to make some kind of difference. So I can easily delegate it and focus on the most important processes in my business, like recording content, sales calls with my prospects, communication with client check-ins, all this stuff, or generating new ideas like strategy, because I'm mindful of my business at the end of the day. So that's how I say it. And of course, if you want to scale, you need to delegate it. I mean, I know a lot of people who is consultant and solo consultant. So basically scaling his business just without huge team, basically just 1-2 team members, and that's all. This, of course, it is possible, but again, it is possible until some point. If you want to scale past huge numbers, then of course you need to delegate as SAPE. So that's my philosophy. If you have any questions around this topic, feel free to ask me in the comments. I will answer it in the next video. So I appreciate you watching. Now slacking. See you tomorrow. No, slacking talk soon. Bye. Yeah.